try to contest Spectre for the late game or go more all in. Can't help but feel like, what if they had gone more all in and decided to just totally disrupt OG's momentum or rhythm and trying to build up this Spectre? If things could have gone differently, but obviously we won't know. But I would imagine they'll be taking this game too a bit differently.
Well, it's good to poke and prod, you know, see if you guys have the capacity to find a weakness in that OG lineup. See, maybe we're better late gamers. Not really on that one, but hey, it's worth a shot. I mean, they could be seeing these guys again very soon.
What I want to see from Navi is a similar thing to what they did in Game 3 against VP. Like, get art style out. Like, he was on Chen there, but he kind of was more passive than he was in the third game. You know, be aggressive, pressure the lanes extremely hard on Enchantress or Chen.
Yeah.
And like make it work.
Well, look at this. This time, Navi are also sick of seeing that Earth Spirit for Crit. Crit finally gets to play something else.
And both Enchantress and Chen are still in the pool. And compared to the previous game, we also have Lone Druid in the pool, which was banned out by OG last time. So that is the only real difference, together with Enchantress, which is banned out. So Navi, I think this is the first time, and they have first pick Dire. That means that they either chose first pick and OG chose Radiant. Maybe to take Navi out of the comfort zone, or they chose or Navi. Well, they would have not chosen anything. Like Navi chooses Radiant almost
it's hard
all
to
the
say
time.
because I also see some teams favor second pick.
OG always favor first pick though.
Yeah, so this is an odd one out.
Yeah.
This is the first time today that we've seen Navi play on the
Dire side
at all.
Yeah,
this
I
is the
noticed
fifth
that
game.
in our series, when they have choice, they will pick Radiant first. But there are also teams out there that will even favor second pick because now it gets last pick, and some people put a lot more into getting that last pick to kind of counter.
I think last pick is really good. If you put as much emphasis on the mid lane as both of these teams do, actually, the last pick is really strong. And in this case, it will be strong for OG, as they will be the one having last pick.
Opening them with Night Stalker though, I think it's a pretty. You can't really predict what's going to happen when they open with Night Stalker. You know, it could be support, could be offlane, and also it's what Navi like to do, like aggression. Like 4 minutes into the game, it's go time. Let's put pressure on the lanes.
And if you can't choose between Enchantress and Chen, doesn't matter. Both, or either one of the two will still be in the pool after this pick phase for OG. So they end up going for the Darkseer Doom combo.
Okay.
Is that a combo? What is that combo?
I think it's definitely a combo.
Okay.
You Ion Shell up the Doom. He can go in with his Infernal Blade and just put so much pressure on your carry early game with only like 2 levels, and you can get that nearly straight away with.
Oh wow.
Oracle is just looking to put Darkseer in a sad place. And it was something you were mentioning a bit in the last draft. It's something that Sonika plays very, very well. So we'll have to see what OG are going to be doing to kind of help that out. I don't know if that requires him trying his best to avoid the laning setup, going maybe straight to the jungle. Who knows?
It's also good against Doom as well. It prevents damage and can delay.
And could benefit Navi if, let's say, they decide to get Dendi up like a Death Prophet for the mid lane. Oracle does work very nice in tandem with the Death Prophet.
Slark. I want to see Slark.
Slarky Malarkey.
Yeah, I think that combo was very strong, and I just love the way like Navi played with Slark. It's been a while.
So if you're OG, how are you gonna ban out Enchantress or Chen? Because if you're gonna ban out one, you're gonna ban out both. You should, I guess.
I think with this draft, you'd definitely ban out the Chen if you're gonna, because Oracle Chen is just too much sustain. Early game nuke damage as well with Test of Fate and the Oracle. What's it called? The nuke, the like 300.
Which one? The Q?
No, the E.
No, that'd be
Fortress,
purifying.
Flames.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's just so much burst damage.
Yeah. Isn't Oracle pretty good against Doom as well, just because he can be such a high value target for the Doom? And I see a lot of teams do that. They just pick a lot of people that are good for Doom to Doom, and then it's kind of confusing. You got too many
targets.
Too many pies in the kitchen, eh? Too many cooks in the kitchen.
I've seen that. I've seen players say that as well as something they like to do.
What?
Did you say pilots in the kitchen?
I said pies in the kitchen.
Too many pilots in the kitchen.
Too many pies in the kitchen is not.
Too many cooks.
That's why I changed it to too many cooks.
With pies, it's a good thing.
Pies in the kitchen? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Doom got too many pies to choose from. Which pie you gonna eat? That hesitation.
Okay, okay,
is what
okay.
makes it hard
You
to play
made
Doom.
it work. You made
my
it
God.
work. I like it.
My metaphor, it worked.
Yep.
You saved it, I
Not
guess.
like the sandwich one.
Hey, shut
Never
up.
forget.
The sandwich is a good metaphor.
The sandwich
Dota's
actually.
a sandwich because the time.
It's a great
Time and
metaphor.
stuff.
It doesn't actually work.
Give me
though.
something better than the sandwich that represents a top, a bottom, and the middle is worthless.
No. The middle is the best.
How is the middle work?
Okay,
I'm
so
saying that's the Dota games.
imagine
Oh Lord.
you know
Okay,
you
here
ate
we
you ate a hot dog today, right? Because we
Alright.
had those.
Everybody ready for a sheener?
So-
Here we go.
If you have a hot dog, part of the sausage sticks out of the bread. That's the early game. And the mid part is the best, because that's where you have all the sauces, all the toppings, the sausage and the bread. And in the end, it's also just the sausage.
You would go for the hot dog route, wouldn't you, Sheever?
But by that time, the sausage is cold, so it's less good than the first.
Sausage is always cold.
How is having a weenie a better metaphor than a sandwich? They're
They're literally the same thing.
God damn it,
It's not
Sheever.
good either. Okay.
It's horrible.
We have an Invoker band out and a
Hey.
Nature's Prophet band out. What do these bands say about the teams and what they still want to go for in their plan? Game plan.
Well,
if anything.
Okay.
Invoker's all about that burst damage, right?
Mhm.
So they want to. Looks like they might be going for a more team fighty thing. Every time somebody bans out an Invoker, I'm thinking that they're gonna maybe pick up a Void. They're gonna pick up something that is gonna get the guys together. Might have been wrong there. They're gonna be favoring the Enchantress. So there's your answer to an earlier question. Cheddar
Mhm.
Enchantress. There you go. Lion picked up as well. Interesting pick though, Lion. I don't know about this one. You guys like
I
Lion?
think one of the main reasons you don't want to play against Invoker as well, Darkseer puts so much pressure on your safe lane that you always have to have supports there. And Invoker is one of the easier heroes to gank, but if your Darkseer is pressuring so hard, it's too difficult.
Lion's great for his hefty burst too, especially against like a paramedic like Oracle, who's trying to save him with a false promise. Well, if you get fingered, he's got a lot of work to do to try to heal past that finger damage.
Good
So,
against Enchantress as well.
yeah,
And
they're
there's a
firing
Drow
through the
strat.
second round here.
Wow.
Spectre, and then an immediate Drow Ranger pickup. That's even good with the Oracle. Oracle has some of the best attack in the game.
Yeah.
His bat is ridiculous and it's
like
long
1.4
range.
or something.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be some serious laning harassment.
So both Puck and Wind Ranger still in the pool, and Queen of Pain. In terms of ranged heroes that Dendy is going to play, his Invoker's already banned out. So which hero are you going to want to see on? It's not going to be Puck, because that
Not
just
gonna
got
be
banned.
Puck.
I think Death Prophet, as you said earlier, is still.
Death Prophet would be really nice. You
Very
get the
nice.
range benefit plus the Oracle together. It's
And
push to go along with
you,
the Drow.
if you ulti, you still don't really care about Doom.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
It's a pretty solid pick.
Hmm.
It could also go.
Veno ban. Look at that.
TA? Dendy TA is a staple from a while back. Good dire side, benefits
Into
from the
Iron
Drow,
Shell?
but
That's why we would have a Veno ban, maybe.
Yeah, but I think Shane just called it. Why would you pick TA into an Ion Shell? I mean, it's such.
Yeah, it's the same story. I
Darkseer
guess.
can be such a great counter to TA. I don't know what that
they're
Venom
not laning
band's
against each
about.
other though.
Yeah,
The Venoban.
yeah, I don't know.
Aren't we still looking for like a
The Veno's pretty good at high ground
no-till
defense.
hero?
If they're going
Miracle
Drow,
hero?
you want to take high ground at like 20-25 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you just have an army of wards, it's very, very difficult.
Okay, okay. What are you saying, Sheever? Sorry.
Yeah, never mind. Shane already answered the question.
Okay. Well, last pick here coming out from Na'Vi.
I think the DP's still one of their top picks here.
Especially
Let's-
Spectre is usually like high HP hero, and late game the Prophet does a lot against that,
Yeah.
or has a lot.
Wind Ranger at your service.
That's a winner.
Can't forget the Wind Ranger dual
Yeah, right,
archer.
that's like
GG. Wind Ranger to
I
me
think
as
I
a last
know-
pick
I know
is
Seth's
always.
gonna go
I
for
don't
it.
know what else to pick. Maybe this will work. Yeah. Good luck. Good luck.
Okay.
I do have to say I like Dendy more on a Wind Ranger than a Death Prophet, just based on
Yeah, he does
History?
play a mean Wind Ranger. I'll say
yeah. But
that.
get brooded on game 2, nerds.
Oh my God.
Where's your AoE at, guys?
That's rough. They are
You got
all
power
single
shot.
target. They are all single target. There is very limited, if any, AoE
Did
at
you
all
see Suneko's face?
on Na'Vi.
No.
That is heartbreaking. We haven't
Wasn't
seen a
great,
brood
was it?
pick that. Like
It's like-
Epicenter had no broods
He
at all.
just froze.
It's just like, oh my god, there's a
Yeah.
brood in Dota.
That was the
It was just
actual
like-
face. The face that
It's
he's
like
making
he
right
got
now is
one
like, what?
knocked out. I'm just like, are you kidding me? That's rough.
It's
and you didn't
okay.
see it coming because they already committed for that. Oh, and it's gonna be a no-tail brood. They already
Yep,
committed the Darkseer for Moon. Oh my goodness. I'm going with OG. Don't say anything else.
It's okay.
crazy.
They got
Hey,
power
Slack, you got
shot.
your wish. You finally got your brood mother game.
Whoa, it's Mother's Day. Dude, I can't wait for the Brood, dude. I love watching Brood, and we're about to see one of the best teams in the world playing Brood.
I think
That's
predictions
OG.
have already been handed out.
Wow.
Okay, let's go.
Hey, come on,
Let's see.
come on.
Maybe Navi can do it.
Anybody.
Maybe they can do
Any
it.
votes
We
for
would
Navi?
love to be proven wrong. Let's see if Navi can prove us wrong, or if OG is gonna take it 2-0 over to our commentators, Wagamama and OD Pixel.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome
lost.
back. This is, I mean, I was going to say, is it as bad as the panel's making it out to be?
No, it's worse.
It's-
It's actually worse than they made it.
It's really that good, the Brood. It
I
just
mean,
is...
look at the lineup of Navi, and then
Okay.
look at Brood. Then look at the lineup of Navi. Like, what
I
are you
mean,
gonna
you
do?
guys are going full in on this. I mean, I'm waiting to laugh at you all when it
Alright.
doesn't win the game, but
I
you
mean,
said in no world.
there's no way
Right.
Navi should win this game. I'm gonna just say that. It's just ridiculous. The
What-
Brood is disgusting here.
But
And
they've
also-
got they could, you know, Artstar, he can enchant a Broodling.
And build up her own army slowly without webs. Will just be the no-web spiders running around in the open.
They needed a Rubik to steal webs.
Yeah.
Then the
And then
strap,
spiderlings.
just steal the spiders, steal the steal the
Yes.
webs.
That's the
Oh,
only
okay.
play. I mean, we'll see what they can bring to the table, but
Yeah.
this is going to be a challenge for Navi if they ever had one.
There we go. They're off to maybe
Four-man
finding a good
perch.
start. His first blood. Hey, this is how you beat a Brood in the laning stage. You just don't let a game get to it. It's Na'Vi. They're
Yeah.
looking for more. Can they get it? They're gonna get a second.
They got chased, they're going to get him.
Yeah, this is how you beat
This
the
is
Brood
how
in
you do
lane.
it.
You just
Aw.
avoid the laning stage.
him.
Get the enemy to call GG before the lane set out. It's a double kill for Artstar. 3 for
3-0.
Na'Vi.
That was a four-man Fortune's End. So yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You're waiting to look like a genius. Still doesn't solve the Brood problem though.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that is a look at that Wind Ranger set. I
Yeah.
thought that was like Lena with a bow.
Oh yeah,
That-
she got the semi-cut as well. It's nice. This is the compendium, the battle
Oh, I was gonna
pass.
say, I've not seen this one.
You gotta have a high-level compendium, so Den is really
Oh.
showing off his money here.
Oh, I see. Flashing
Beautiful.
the cash this game.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see how this goes. Oh, I'm actually gonna get the D ward there, just out of range.
That's awkward.
Well, I mean, so the laning stage. Let's talk about it. So you've got this mid lane matchup. You've got this bottom lane Miracle farming up against General. Top lane. I mean, what lane's looking best for Na'Vi? Where are they gonna be able to make something good happen?
Well, top lane for sure. I think Darkseer should be pretty easy to control with Fortunes and having ranged heroes as well. Then it's a matter of what you can do with Artstyle. Artstyle,
Yes.
he's the
Artstyle
X
is good.
factor in this game. And he played great in the previous game. His Chen was amazing. He has played Chen and Enchantress all games, all day, by the way. He has not played anything else. So that's worth noting. He's gonna try for a gank rotation here. He's gonna unsmoke as he gets close. And he's spotted.
Alright, this is a hard one ready to do.
Good wards around the corner. Being OG safe. He's gonna steal their farm though.
Alright. He is going to interrupt this. Summons up some skeletons as well. General can't really decide, can't really just look to move in yet onto fly. Has got a point at the silence General, so it would be a hard move to make. And let's be careful with Miracle around, as that they will be quick to turn. At the moment, I mean, it's just every second of this game just worrying. Every moment that Na'Vi's not finding some action, it's a bad moment for me, Phil.
Yeah, pretty much going for the kill here, but they're probably not going to be able to bring down. This full tri-lane here is keeping OG quite safe, but a lot of pressure is being added by just two heroes, Night Stalker and Enchantress.
I mean, this is the thing though, Miracle. He's not farming as well as Disharan the Drow. Look at that, 15 for 2 compared to the 8 for 0. He's having a
Yeah.
much easier lane, the Drow.
Yeah, exactly. There's too much threat coming in from the Enchantress, and on the offlane as well, Moon is kind of struggling here. It's really hard to get something done when he can just purge off the Iron Shells immediately.
Yeah, Oracle's so strong against the Starks here.
Yeah. So he's just gonna run in and try to stack up jungle a little bit, prepare for the farm to come.
Oh. So on the spawn lane, Miracle. Starting up General. General's still trying to do his best to keep the farm down off the Spectre. Na'Vi try and maintain control in this early game portion.
Yeah. This mid lane, Broodmother is just slowly farming. Same for Broods. Brood and Windrunner are both getting quite a bit on the lane. But Windrunner is really getting good help from the extra damage to Drow though. Helps with just CSing against this army of spiders.
General. Maybe in a spot bother here. Fly, clarity up. He is going to have enough for the stun. There we go with the follow through. Miracle trying to close the gap. A couple of touches will do it, but he's too speedy. He's got the phase boots.
And he's going to try and turn this actually.
With the help of Artstyle. Can try and have a shot of this. He hasn't got a point in the scorched earth, and they might just get this. Yeah. A couple more touches in now, and RV picking themselves up a fourth there. They're keeping on form at the moment. Artstyle on the killing spree, and he is just being
this dynamic duo down here, the Artstyle, Enchantress, and General on his Night Stalker. They have done so much up against the tri lane in this rune here, coming towards mid, but the sentries are still up. Not so easy to get something done.
Scan from emoji as well to check if Artstyle's still hanging around, and they'll get it back positive on the radar. And all the spiders coming in, trying to go for Seneko. They'll dust up to slow them, but still trying to get themselves in there. The power shot taking out some of them, but we're really seeing at the moment just no tell. The threat of the spider army that he keeps building up being very, very scary for these heroes on Na'Vi.
Yeah, I mean, Dendy's doing a good job killing off the spiders though, with these power shots. And that's a lot of farm that he gets. He gets bottle crowing right now, as it's hard to control runes against Broodmother. It really is. Of course, bottom rune was not available for him to go for.
They've really just got a hold on to this one as well. They've got, you know, the fact that this Drow is getting as much as she is. Ditchera 30 for 9.
I'm surprised.
Good news.
I'm surprised they haven't sent out more sentries towards the mid for OG actually. Maybe they feel they don't need it, but after failing that first D ward and now knowing that, you know, wards and sentries were being placed in vision there by Na'Vi, they should really try and D ward this and get control. Because it's hard for Brood to play the lane correctly.
Oh, General. He's trying to vault Sim for this one. Fly. He's actually going to go for the straight TP out. A little bit scared of.
That's really good though. Now there's no counter TP by Lion available, so if you want to put more pressure on the lane right now, it's a great time to do so. It's gonna head up towards top, it seems.
It's going to eventually see if Doom is able to find something here with this rotation. I mean, Moon is in trouble. Moon does need some backup. I'm going to be able to bring him down. Crit now rotating in, and he's going to make a beeline straight for Ditchera.
So strong against. Oh my god.
With the Iron Shell run down as well. This is dirty.
Yeah, that hurts. Ditchera. Scorched Earth is now over though.
And Oracle's actually just going to be able to nuke out the Darkseid on the back line. So it'll be a 1-for-1. Crit, he's not going to be able to chase it down for a 2-for-1. So they may lose a hero, but OG at least finding something in return. And it is the Drow for the donuts here. So OG will be happy with that pick.
Yeah, and well, at the same time though, Na'Vi are really pushing this bottom tower. I mean, they get a tower as well in for that trade, so not as clean as OG maybe want. And this offlane has really been doing a lot.
I guess this is the kind of the reason why you do draft the Drow when you see a Spectre sometimes, because you just realize against a team like OG, there's no way you want to take this late. You just want to end the game as soon as you can, surely.
Yeah, and they're looking really good farm-wise and CS-wise right now. So if they can just prevent the Brood from getting online with that Orchid and taking over their jungle, then maybe they can get enough map control with the Enchantress and Night Stalker.
Okay. Between the two of them, we'll see.
They have had really good rotation so far.
And Denny's continuing to find a lot in this mid lane.
I mean, he's just uncontested. Due to the wards that he has, he's really feeling safe as well. Oh, going for an early Roshan here.
I mean, this is, if they get it, this is a very nice place for Na'Vi.
Yeah, that is sneaky place, sneaky business.
And it looks like it's going to pay off. I mean, OG, they've got no one in the neighborhood.
Yeah, they have no idea, in fact. Like, they don't know what's going on.
Very, very nice here for Na'Vi.
Yeah,
they need to keep themselves ahead in the early game, and a Roshan and Aegis is certainly going to do it.
Yeah, I mean, the Aegis is really going to help out Drow feeling safe. You don't get as much experience as you used to. I mean, you get pretty much half the experience. Oh, nice Jackal.
Oh, indeed.
And he's just going to smack him down. And then he will go down in return, though. The Spectre getting 500 gold from that one.
Ooh, they kind of eyed Ditchera, but doesn't really have the chase down without initial dagger that was used. I mean,
against the Aegis as well, no point chasing there because the Night Stalker will come in.
Sure, of course. I mean, so losing No Tail, but Miracle coming and getting himself a kill onto Dendy.
Yeah.
Good for both teams here, or if you're Na'Vi, you just can't afford to take even trades with this lineup.
I think Na'Vi are fine taking even trades as long as they keep putting pressure. That's the most important thing. And here we see again, just aggressive rotations. great use of it. And now that they have Aegis, I would love to see them just taking down the mid tower, force down this. If you can push the Brood before she takes your towers, that really stunts her impact on the game.
You can see them wrap around again. They're looking for the Brood Dust. And they'll find another one. Again, this is exactly what they need to be doing. Finding these kills onto Notal and getting away this time. Nearly unpunished, in general. He's going to be fine. They're going to false promise anyway with the double heals. He'll be okay.
Yeah.
And they might just get Munir. Surge now gone. The chase down. Oh.
It's pretty hard of a kill though. They're diving in under tower. Not so easy to get away from this now. Art style.
He's certainly going to be punished.
This is just reminding me a lot about what we saw in game #1, but he is going to get away with the heal. The nuke, not going to be enough.
All right.
Wow.
The power of the edge, and on the same time on the backline, General actually takes down Moon.
And Soneko is here as well.
Yeah, and Dendy now coming back. Oh, the shackle from Dendy onto Fly.
The double damage run.
Oh my goodness, I mean...
It's all just lining up
perfectly. I told you there was a potential they make you look like idiots here. I mean, on the panel as well. And 11 for 2, not VSM. Brood? What? We don't care.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of surprises me that they decided to lane the way they did, though. Like, they put Brood against the only hero that has AoE against her. It's just curious to me, but of course they do have Darkseer. It's kind of hard to find out how you want to lane this otherwise, but it's interesting. She's not having much impact, and going mana boots first, still not being able to take control of the map.
This is... I mean, at the same time, we've got to remember this is OG and this is Miracle Spectre. We saw in the first game, Na'Vi did get a very good, strong start in the early game. And OG, you know, they take one fight where they come out on top and suddenly it's turned around and on its head. But I feel certainly in this game, 10 minutes in, the lead for Na'Vi is much more significant.
Well, this is also an example of, you know, how you want to start your Drow games. You know, you always want to be in a massive advantage early on. They have accumulated 5,000-ish net worth lead at 10-minute mark. That's really, really good.
Maybe more as well. Dandy coming into position for that shackle with the focus fire. The damage, will it be there? The stick and the heel, the nuke is gone. They've got it.
It's brought down. Broodmother's trying to come in, but it's too late. Too little, too late. Gonna deal some damage to mid tower, but then be sticking around.
No, this is impressive for Na'Vi. Just pick off after pick off, and it's exactly what they need to get. They need to keep this rate of action up. They really, really do at this point.
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Certainly huge. But the question is, you know, how much can OG do to stop the pace? You can see at the moment Miracle. He's still finding the space to find the drop of 2 on Dendy, So they won't be able to chase him unless Miracle wants to horn in on that. But you know, he's going to horn in on the sidelines, takes down Oracle, gets Soneko. Easier kill, and OG they will look to push onto this tower. And RV.
Now he's still looking to do something here, trying for a deny, not getting it on Digio.
No, Spec is the real issue. The fact that the Miracle's keeping up in farm. He's
been silently farming, you know, not being contested that much. Yes, they put a lot of pressure, but mostly it's just Doom and Lion tanking the ganks, you know, throwing their bodies in there. And Brood is now making her switch up to top lane into the enemy jungle, where you really want to have her.
I mean, what is the build for Notal, Brood? Do you think it's got to be the Orchid this game, or is there other things that he's eyeing up?
I think he could go for something else, because Orchid is not going to be super fast now, but I still think Orchid is great.
Yeah.
Against Oracle, and even against Windrunner, just being able to get the jump on her. The downside, of course, is just that Orchid, when Na'Vi do group up, it's not going to do much, because they can perch it off with either Fortune's End or False Promise.
On mid lane, Na'Vi. Getting a push on, looking for the tier 1 OG. What do they want to do about this one? They do have heroes responding, but it's going to be the tower going down. Take a few of the spiders away with a power shot. And Na'Vi, they're keeping that momentum going that they need to have at this stage of the game. Vanguard is now done for Miracle, though.
They ran in mid with no real purpose for the Broodmother. I mean, if she runs there, they need to take the fight, but now she's just not farming the enemy jungle. She's not proceeding in her item progression. Actually, I think she needs to be much more aggressive in the farming. Just get more out of the enemy jungle right now. Because his own team is just handicapped, sitting behind the tower.
And we can see Na'Vi just doing exactly what they need to. You know, they head down to the bottom, they look to the tier 2. Fortification is going to come out. They should. I mean, we'll see if they stick around for this one. OG are going to want to fight into it. We see General
Yeah, but they've been... Oh.
Oh, if they get no tail again, and with the dust, they will shackle onto the man. Is there any kind of save as a mech, but it's not enough.
They might die for more as well. Chasing after the lion, but probably not gonna catch up. Oh, he's getting really close though.
General is a speedy man. Oh,
Yeah.
he's looking for the wraparound to maybe find Moon on the bottom lane. Moon, he is there along with Miracle with a gust. On
Oh,
Spectre.
no, too
Yeah,
far
he's
out.
cut off, and with the impetus damage, he's going to go. One more touch and he's out. Another kill for Na'Vi. 14 for 3, 13.5 minutes in.
Yeah, and they're not... They're getting great stuff done, but I'm just curious to... Like, OG don't look coordinated at all in this game. They're Broodmother farming their own jungle, not, you know, straight up fighting the enemy, and not split pushing at all. I felt that Brood was going to be able to just push lanes and not be stopped, but instead we just see the ganks happen non-stop. But he kind of walked into the enemy.
Yeah.
But we see Na'Vi backing out here, paying some respect. Not wanting to overstay their welcome. Yasha is now complete for the Drow, so just casual Morbid Mask for a lifesteal.
You know, OG really need to get themselves together here. If this keeps happening, I mean, Na'Vi are going to get to the point where they're kind of rolling so hard that OG will struggle to even just win a straight up team fight or even find the pickoffs, because Na'Vi, they're going to have the saves there. They're going to have Snake on his Oracle.
Not just saves,
the course.
They get to a point where they have 4 heroes basically fighting like core heroes, because they have an Armlet Night Stalker who just hits really hard. They have the already Dragonlance over on Enchantress, and Archstyle has gotten to the point where it's just a DPS carry in every game they played Eng. You know, and Moonshard eventually comes up and he just hurts so much.
It's Kabilini, they drop the wall, they'll spot out Snake, but again, Dendy with these shackles holding Fly back. There'll be a Haunting Finger as well. They're looking for Snake. Actually gets doomed. They're throwing everything onto this man, and it will allow him to get the kill. No-Tail is chasing down Dichira on the sidelines, and he will get that one as well. It's the second one, but the shackle again from Dendy. Onto Crit, onto Fly. In comes the impetus of the Maelstrom procs. They are certainly huge, and Crit's gone. Double kill for Archstyle, so it's a 2 for 2 at the moment. No-Tail seeing if he can get himself anything more. General with the dust trying to slow down No-Tail's
so much damage.
Can they save him? Can they save him? He's got Windrun in a second and he's fine.
He's out of there.
He's out of there. We saw it there. Archstyle, he took control of one of the spiders for a minute, second.
I'll save you. You were talking about taking over the spiders.
That was the strat all along.
The counter. Beautiful.
I mean, again, a 2 for 2 trade, but it feels like Na'Vi, they're fine.
Is he actually going for the Dagon build on Broodmother? He is.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's going Dagon. I mean,
Is that what you do when you're losing?
I don't like it, but there are low HP heroes on Na'Vi. That is something you can exploit. He has the entire Dagon now.
Okay.
I mean, with Oracle, Eng, Windrunner, and Drow, that is a lot of good targets for Dagon.
Yeah, they certainly are squishy.
But I'm not. It has to work now, you know? It's a very committed first item. He could also swap out the mana boots for Aetherlands later on, if you wanted to.
Yes.
That would be pretty nice for him, actually. Doesn't have to get so close.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah, because Dagon has a very short cast range.
That's true.
And Brood doesn't really want to get too close. We've seen the shackles and what they do to him. We'll see. Maybe the Dagon can pull it back. No tail.
Dandy as well. I mean, just look at this man's performance. 417 at the moment. He's coming up to 1400 on top of the Maelstrom. I mean, the way that Dendy plays, I imagine it will be the blink first.
Oh,
yeah, you just get the blink off the Maelstrom.
The Dendy way to itemize is definitely going back to the blink.
Absolutely.
I don't see him very often go for the Aghanim straight up. I've seen it sometimes, but he doesn't seem to stick with it. I don't think he likes it as much. And it's just a different approach, you know? If you need to be active, take control of the map, and if you have the advantage, which you do, the Blink Dagger becomes so much better, you know? Because you can really just catch the enemy all the time.
Yes.
And also, of course, having the Night Stalker with that possibility later on for the Aghanims, it's going to be great.
I mean, this is great. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to this both ways. I'm looking forward to if Na'Vi are able to take it, push it to a game 3. But I'm looking forward to see how OG can swing this back round. That is because the spec Miracle is having a good game. I mean, you look 5 to 16, but still, he's net on net with the Dichira's Drow net worth.
And we were talking earlier about how the Brood with the Dagon is good against squishy heroes. Let's not forget what a Radiant Spectre does to a squishy lineup.
Yeah,
you know, she destroys that. Luckily, they do have a pretty good game going for Oracle, so he has his mech completed in, just about 20 gold, so that mech is really gonna help out against Spectre.
Yeah, talking about items being nearly completed, the art style is just a point booster short of an Aghanims, and that's going to be like 20-minute Aghanims Dragon Lance End.
That's crazy actually. But he did have an extremely good early game with the
It was
Night
3-0-1, you know, killing spree at about, what, 4 minutes or something ridiculous?
Yeah, massive impacts.
Yeah. And there's your blink on at Dendy as well, and it is indeed the build that you suggested, Ether Lens for Notel.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay,
Ether Lens Dagon Brood, let's go. I'm ready for this.
Yeah, I've not seen this done, but look at that range on the spawn Spiderlings. He just spits on those creeps. Easy win.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, no tail. He is perfect. We'll see what impact he can have. I really feel that Na'Vi are winning out the Ward War pretty heavily though, and OG are not contesting so much with sentries. When you play Brood, it's super important to get rid of the enemy vision, so you can be really effective jungling. Just get all that farm going. Because he's farming the enemy jungle, but not all of it, and pretty safely, you know, just carefully.
No, art style coming in on the mid lane. He does have Seneko and Tichira around with him, but at the same time, OG are there.
Yeah, Na'Vi are definitely on the clock, so they want to do something here.
I mean, they're really. You look at Miracle, and he's just about 1k away from having that relic.
Yes.
That's kind of the big thing. If they can kill Miracle before that point, absolutely huge. If he's allowed to get a relic within the next couple of minutes, then, you know, again, it's getting to a similar point, you know, the way in game one where you see that relic on Spectre and suddenly that you know the game's going to get a lot harder.
The gold from the top tower is definitely going to help him towards that goal, and more pressure being applied. And No Tail, he's going to act now as what I expected him to do, like, all early game as well.
Yeah,
but now he's
the
putting
play.
pressure, forcing the enemy to back off, and that gives space to the Spectre. So if they gank Spectre now, then he will get tons of damage on the tower top. They see no one defending. They should be aware that they're moving into a jungle.
Can they catch the spec?
They definitely can, and I'm not sure why No Tail is not pressuring.
We need Dendy to blink shackle. We need a beautiful blink shackle. Can he do it? He just goes for the walk up.
Oh, duked.
I have.
Duked, but he needs to... He doesn't actually go for the ulti out. He could ulti and try to jump to someone, but maybe he expected everyone was down here. Which wasn't the case. Could have jumped to Ench on the other side of the map even.
Oh, but nonetheless, it's exactly the kill that they need. Because you look at the gold on Miracle and he does get knocked down a few hundred.
Yeah.
This is the
very
kill they
important,
need
and that's
to
gonna
keep
give them a few hundred gold knockdown, plus
Yeah.
him being down and not farming for a while, and they're gonna be able to take bottom tower most likely. So just a ton of pressure from Na'Vi again here. And they need to not let go of this early game. Because if they dive once and go a little bit too deep and there's a Spectre ulti and, you know, they lose control of this, it can really snowball quickly.
Yeah, but at the moment it feels like Na'Vi are doing everything that they need.
Definitely.
The worrying issue is No Tail on this pressure on the top lane. Who's going to get sent back to deal with this one? Who are they going to have to sack from this next push if they want to try and go for the high ground? Who should you send back?
I'm not sure. One person cannot really hold it, so maybe they just go for this push.
Dandy! What the hell? It looked like he shifted Miracle to the side with that shackle and connected. They'll find it. They're going to do what General with a false promise. They'll keep General alive for this one, getting him out. The Haunt coming through, the buyback Haunt, and it's going to secure them one. It'll secure them a second as they pop the Aegis onto Dendy. Seneko still fighting around, keeping General alive. They've got the Hex on Dendy. They're looking to take down the Wind Ranger. They will get it here.
I mean, now they have to run and scramble though, because now they lost.
If OG get more from this fight, this could be the fight that really brings OG back into this one. It has cost them a buyback on Miracle, but if they can pick up more, it's surely going to be worth it. They'll catch out Seneko. They will take down the Oracle as well, so the defense is there.
Yeah. Giving the Lasser to Miracle there is actually probably not the play, because he just bought back. He gets 60% less gold for that. Doom being a good bro and giving the carry to kill, but...
I mean, it's kind of like a bittersweet situation for OG. Yeah, they hold the base, but it is your Spectre having to buy back.
Yeah,
gold is great for kind of the rest of your team, but now the Spectre's even further away from that relic.
Yeah, it is a lot of economic damage, and you also have the worrisome part now that if you kill Spectre, she won't have a buyback. She's dead for a very long time, you know. So
and you've got an incredibly strong push with a Drow and 4-range series. You know, yeah, as you said, you kill that Spectre, you've got a great chance of breaking the base.
They can regroup and just go straight again.
And that's what Dendy's doing.
Dendy, he knows about this.
Oh, has he got enough damage on his own?
And Vanguard is blocking a lot, though.
Yeah, he needs some more Maelstrom procs. If he could kill Miracle here, the power shot's off point, but Artstyle's turning in. Can Miracle do this one out, Dendy? I think he's RT'd himself.
He has no mana. No, he hasn't. And yeah, straight
Oh
TP.
my god, I think Miracle's heart may skip to
But-
beat there. If he dies there,
Can we talk about Dendy's crazy blink and shackle shot though into the enemy base there? That was so
that
out
was-
of nowhere. I don't
it
think
really
anyone
was.
was ready for it on the entire side of OG.
Nope.
I was definitely not ready for it. He did die twice right after though, but I mean he forced that buyback.
and so what about this from Natus? So just scaling up the Dagon as well with this build.
I mean, if you have an Ether Lens and a
Just
Dagon,
go all
you
in.
might as well go all in, I
Yeah.
guess. And he really can burst so hard now onto the poor low HP heroes. The downside is this Enchantress is getting pretty farmed. She picks up something like a casual hood. She's countered this. She's not gonna die to it. The Oracle himself, I mean, he's pretty tanky actually. He can also W to just not get hurt by magic damage anymore.
Yeah.
So there are some counters to it. It's definitely risky what No-Tail is doing.
Boy. It's scary, especially with Na'Vi coming back up here. You've got to be careful if you know. So if they catch out the
Yeah.
spider,
They do not have Aghanims yet on the Night Stalker though. Oh no, Fly.
oh,
He is the sacrifice. He was so close to blink. He had 1950 gold.
that's sad.
That sets him back to
Poor
1600.
Fly.
Yeah, 300 gold lost. It is a tough world.
Man.
Oh no, No-Tail. So close to being scouted out there.
How's General doing in terms of items after that armlet? He's got 2.4k. I mean, I guess he
Yeah.
does still go back for the Aghanims, or is he just going to full fight,
He
maybe
should
get
definitely
BKB?
get
Or...
Aghanims. I mean,
Yeah,
in a game against
too good.
Broodmother, just finding him in the woods, it makes Broodmother's job really hard. I don't think there's any doubt they should go for this. And he's so much farm. He's a very fat Night Stalker.
He really is. I mean, you just look at that, and he's 1k ahead of Miracle. Miracle, he is having a tough game, but
Yeah,
as I
that
said,
buyback,
if
it
there's
hurts him.
anyone you're ever going to trust into swing it back round, it's going to be Miracle's play, especially after what we saw from Spectre in Game 1.
But I love what Navi are doing now. They're slowing down. They're just saying, okay, let's take a second. You know, doesn't seem that OG are ganking us so much, so let's farm the entire map and not dive in feed again. They did it once, but they forced buyback, which was massive. So it was sort of fine. Especially as the last hits of the kills went to Spectre or bot back. But yeah, they're still the worrisome part. Any game you play against a Spectre and you know the Radiance is coming up soon, it's just so much in the back of your head.
And it's, at the same time, you know, Dichira has just had a great time in terms of the farm. He's top of the board. He's got 2.2k.
Yep.
With the Sanjin Yasha now finished. I mean, he himself's looking pretty scary. I mean, with 1700 health as well.
Yeah,
Even
he's
when you got the Radiance,
really
this
fat.
is no longer necessarily the squishy drow that you were dealing with before.
Yeah, and that's where I worry about this Brood itemization decision, because when the enemies start getting that high HP, so you can't just insta-burst them, I mean, it can get worrisome, because you're not relying on your ulti, you're not going in with the physical damage, you know, some Sanjiaksha, BKB builds, anything like that. This is just purely a nuker build.
Now, Fly's now got his blink. Bless him, you know, after that time getting picked off at the top, he
He
just said
does
he was
have it, yeah.
close.
Got it
So-
quickly. Very nice.
Oh, hello. Free illusion here for Na'Vi. Why not?
Chantress is going to be happy about that.
Dichira.
Top lane?
Yeah, look, they're gonna look, here we go.
Yeah, but so much HP.
Oh man. I mean, that's got to be painful as well. You've used a horn.
I mean, the downside is Broodmother has been saving, so No-Tail has actually been stashing his Dagon recipes for a long time.
It's
He
gonna
could
be-
have picked them up. He's doing the surprise
the
Dagon
surprise
5.
level 5 dagger.
Yes,
Bam.
it is. So that all of a sudden,
I mean, he's got what a good 3.8k
well,
kind of sitting in the stash.
yeah. If he had his level upgrades on a Dagon there, it wouldn't actually have killed anything.
No.
They
It would have
weren't
been
that
close.
It would have been.
It would have been
close.
really close.
But there we go. Dagon 5. Ether
All
lens.
right, boys.
That is so all in though.
You didn't expect that. You did not expect that, Na'Vi. It's going to be interesting if it does get like an opening where suddenly someone just disappears.
I don't know. It's gonna be hard to get that. It's like the Oracle is the best target for it.
I mean, Dendi is so scary now as well. I mean, we've seen him before. This time with the Aghanims, if you catch out Miracle, you are killing him. I guess the missed chance for the Radiance may just say, but it's going to be a huge amount from
Well,
Dendi.
he still doesn't really have the Radiance though. He's still a little bit off,
Yeah.
you know. So definitely a missed chance is gonna mess with him. There's also one thing that's gonna mess with him more if it happens, and that's gonna be the Crimson Guard, because that
Yes.
blocks a ton of damage along with the Vanguard as well. It's just, you know, dirty. So if Crit is there to save out his carry, Interesting that Crit went for the Max Devourer build, by the way, not maxing the Infernal Blade. It's different from what most Dooms have been doing in recent times.
I mean, I guess what kind of prefers, you know, going for the later stage of the game, just getting the
Trying to
farm up.
recover, I guess,
Yeah.
because the game is really hard. I mean, if you're gonna fight a lot, then Infernal Blade is good, but he maxed out his Scorched Earth first, and then he was like, well, we're not taking fights anyway, we're just, you know, trying to chill. So let's go back for a Devour. Makes sense.
BKB now done on Ditcherasa.
This is Roche with Cheese and Aegis. Very quick third Roche of the
I mean,
game.
can you contest this if you're OG? You know, you're looking towards
No.
Miracle. He has got Horn up.
Yeah,
Do
but
you try for a play?
no, you're 10 gold off your Radiance. I don't think you make a play right now. You could TP to base. If that's what they're gonna do, yeah, they TP him to base.
Okay.
But Roche just died, so they're too late for that. They should just defend high ground. Defending high ground is the easiest thing they can do right now, and it's still gonna be a challenge. Is the Night Stalker Aghanims actually up?
He's 300 gold away, I believe.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a little bit off, so they have a chance to hold high ground. Because that item will definitely mess with them.
OG just hanging around mid, but indeed it is Na'Vi going in full force on the bottom lane.
Yeah, and one Hyperstone is up on Enchantress, so Art Style is going to bring a heavy punch into this fight as
He
well.
really is having a great 5-0-5 on the end.
He's just crazy good on Enchantress and Chen. He plays them really well. And Enchantress is easier to have big impact later on in the game.
We'll see what happens here. Na'Vi ready to push, ready to try and break the base. Fly jumps in with the lead onto Ditchera.
Okay.
Here's the man with the cheese as well, worth noting. Snakeco's being spotted out in the back. No tail going in with the burst, but oh, it's not quite
Oh,
enough.
he saved himself.
Oh,
And Jigsaw.
the Dagon 5 Brood not working out here.
I don't know.
That's-
He's dead with no buyback. That's
Yeah.
right. Well, they still have the Radiant Spectre ulti. So, but that was just
That,
unfortunate.
yeah, to say the least.
I mean, if you only had an item that could silence him.
Well, here we go with the Hawk. Now jump in with the finger onto Ditchera as well. It's a nice back and forth onto more. The Shackle comes in. If they manage to get on Miracle, they're locking him down with a focus fire. They've got the deep to bring him, or have they? He gets himself out to the sideline. They'll get it. The Maelstrom prop from Denny. They'll find the second. Bly's going to drop on the sideline. Arsdale trying to TP out the punch from oh, this shell. It would get him as well. They find one in return, and they need everything that they can get OG to hold Na'Vi back. Because Na'Vi have just taken some big kills away from OG. The fact that they lose the Drow, they lose the Ench, that is going to mean that OG can hold.
And they have the... No, they have the...
Oh,
heals.
hello! Moon trying to do his best here to carry the game for the side.
Yeah, they're healing up so much with the Urn and just the Oracle. Trying to do something more here, but probably not going to be able to use this Spectre Death Time.
Yeah, I mean, it was... Yeah, no,
That was pretty much perfectly executed though by OG. The combo with the vacuum wall, and they went in really aggressively with the Lion and Doom at the same time. But still, they cannot really take the fight, and I think this level 2 Infernal Blade really hurts them as well.
This Miracle Spectre is now poorer than Artstar. That's not great.
No, and Dagon is not great when the enemy are so far ahead in farm.
I mean,
it really isn't.
at least he can sell it for a bit of cash.
He can get a lot of money for selling it. There's actually no other item in the game he can
It's true.
sell.
He is
and get more
invested for
money
the long
for.
haul. It just kind of sucks that investing
Right.
does not really work out in this, and he's going to lose 50% of the turnover.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna get scammed on the
Yeah.
deal, but it is gonna be a pretty big sell.
Let's see what they do here. Na'Vi coming down the mid. And of course, I've got this Ag, so OG, you've got to be very careful how close they
Stalker.
come. Yeah, you've got to be so
Such
careful.
a scary threat right now. And they've held high ground before, but it's getting more and more difficult. Spectre will have her ulti in time though. 15 seconds. Question is if they can burst someone before Oracle heals. That's the thing.
Well,
Um,
we still see the game at least.
yes, we do.
Welcome to the New York. Oh, we're back. It's fun. Woo.
That was a little bit worrisome.
I don't think we have any sound though.
No, maybe not.
Silencer ult. There we go. Oh, we're back. We were just... Someone tripped on a wire.
Nothing happened anyway.
Nothing happened. Alright. I mean, it just really is a question of how well OG can hold. I mean, we did see just at the bottom. They do lose heroes, but they do hold.
He doesn't have... I wish he would have the Centaur actually on Doom, so he can stomp on the vacuum.
Dendy. Let's just watch Dendy here.
Pay attention.
What's he able to do? Just with the focus on the tower, taking away the tier 3. Oh, Dagon Brood. Yeah, coming in, and Dennis has got to be careful. He's going to lose the Aegis.
Oh my god, the Enchantress hurts though. Half HP on Spectre.
They're going to play it safe. I to get the tier 3 with that push, but Na'Vi.
They're respecting the Dagon. They're backing off.
I mean, you got it. It's Dagon 5.
It is level 5.
I guess he goes Octarine next.
There's no higher level. No, Refresher next.
Refresher.
And then
I
really
hope
quick
so.
fingers and just burst the enemy.
No, what are you on about? You just stack ether lenses, don't you? 5 ether lens, level 5, Dagon. Let's go.
Sounds really terrible.
I'm hoping so.
Why not just E-Blade
Oh,
instead?
just buy Rapier.
On Brood after taking an Etherless. It's a good thing you're not a competitive player, Owen.
Well, if I was, I'd be building myself like Brood here. No tell. He's absolutely. He's just taking in the full OD picture.
It's going for the E-Blade next, and it's going to be really strong. It's going to actually increase his burst by a lot. Oh, they're walking a little bit too far
for
here.
OG, indeed. They're jumping, but a grip gets in immediately. Tries to do, but they're with a focus fight, just ripping through the Doom. Zaneko falling low. Get the false promise off in time. He's going to survive. The question is, can OG actually find anything off the back of this no-tail? Trying to lift the Ditcherard, but Ditcherard turns around. Dendi again with a blink shackle to control the spider. They take themselves down a second, and Na'Vi maybe looking for more. General getting himself out with the arm. Toggling Miracle. Slowed up by the enchantment. Can they get themselves back in? The impetus flying forward. Miracle falling low. The radius mischance going in, but Dendi now blinks in with the focus fire, shuts down the Spectre.
Jesus. These fights, I mean, just looking at the damage that Artstyle deals, he actually dealt more than, he dealt twice as much damage as anyone else in his team that fight. 1700 in that short of a fight.
More than 4 times the damage of the level 5 Dagon Brood. That's outstanding.
Yeah, how did Brood deal 394 damage? I guess he got bursted immediately.
I guess he right-clicked someone.
Guess he forgot to take him.
This is a great game, because if OG swing this back round, it's going to be beautiful, but if Na'Vi take it, we're going to a game 3. Either way, it's a win-win situation for us as the casters and for you guys at home as the viewers.
Maybe it's the OG curse, you know? Game 2 doesn't look good for them.
I've not heard about it. Is that a thing, the OG curse?
No, we're starting it this
DreamLeague.
League.
We're starting it?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, so how's Natus looking? Because I'm all eyes on this man. I'm looking for that E-Blade.
Well, he's going for the E-Blade, but he is a little bit short, you know? Saving for it.
I kind of hope that he picks up a Blink Dagger as well after the E-Blade.
I reckon
Just the
he
blinking
will.
and zapping Brood. Jumping about, zip zap.
I reckon he will.
He's like a Storm Spirit.
You're very optimistic that he will get to that point.
Yeah, I mean, Dendi's just wrecking face up here on the top lane. Free kill onto Fly, 10-2-9.
A lot of gold as well. I mean, he could go into the Crystallis into Bloodthorn next as well
Oh, I
for an
hope so.
itemization. That would be really evil.
But I feel the worrying thing for Na'Vi is the fact that they're in this comfort spot, but they're not closing the game. This has got to be a little bit risky against the Spectre. You know, Miracle is slowly starting to get the farm, you know.
I mean,
admittedly, he's still far behind, but the more time, the better.
Slowly, but you don't get so scared if you haven't really lost a fight to the Radiance at 36 minutes and you're all adding up more items non-stop. You just get to a point where the Radiant Spectre ulti doesn't hurt. She's not farming fast enough to add more damage items. And yeah, I don't know. Whereas Na'Vi are not closing out the game, they are expanding their lead by a ton. 20,000 and growing in experience difference. And the gold difference is also closing up on 15,000.
It's not pretty for OG, but OG, they are a team that plays well and went under pressure and went behind.
They really play well, but Na'Vi also showed before that they can come together as a full team and just deal damage with everyone in a late game scenario. Yeah. And that's what we're seeing. This art style Enchantress actually like solo kills the Spectre pretty much. So much damage coming in from him. He can go for any item he wants as well at this point. Just go one more Moon Shard. Or Bloodstone, you know. Get some mana to sustain.
I mean, I guess in reality, is he more likely to go for something like a BKB, or is that not necessary in this game?
BKB would be pretty great for him. Or even something like upgrading the Dragonlance. Oh, there we go again.
Oh,
someone decided to show on top lane. That is Dendi territory.
Yeah, Dendi is starting this half of the map. I mean, some of the KDAs are looking very impressive for Na'Vi General as well. 4-0-18.
Oh, that's what they're doing. They're farming KDA before.
They are just get those stats up, really.
Fantasy points.
Yeah, the fantasy points.
Are they still a thing? Do they exist? I guess they do.
Oh, they're just a fantasy.
All right. Look,
Wow, look at this. What is this?
0.7 fantasy points on the Doom.
Is anyone on negative?
No. We don't have negative on anyone right now. Doom is 0.7 though.
Okay.
That's not too good.
Come on, Doom. Step it up. Come on, crit. Blink on Seneko as well. I mean, this is really just not... Double blink!
2 blinks.
Yep. Don't blink twice.
He bought it in Basin.
Yeah.
Had to resell. We saw that moment earlier when there was an attempt to buy a blink and get out of a gank, but sadly didn't get around when I was casting with the portal guy.
Oh, really? Was
Yeah,
that okay? So
but he bought the blink and got it in his base because he wasn't at the secret shop yet.
That's gotta
I can't
hurt.
remember which player it was though, but
That's gotta hurt.
that was unfortunate.
Well, this does kind of feel like the sit back and wait for Na'Vi to push show. 'Cause at the moment, OG are...
That's probably
they're
how
not
OG
really
feels
going
as well.
out. Yeah, they've just got to wait for Na'Vi to make a play and OG to try and play around it.
I mean, they've tried to leave their base. They've tried to go and farm a different lane, but then he's always there punishing them.
Oh, comes some of the shackle. General looking for the opening, just spamming out to Miracle. No tail. Fending them off with the spider shots. Here we go, onto the... I mean, look at the rashes now. That's scary. Very scary
Yeah,
here,
DD
Shiroji.
Ruin is
What are
just
you
insane.
doing to stop this? What are you doing?
They go after Rax.
Look at the Tomb. The burst comes through, but the false promise is already there. Lang Denny's a back up, a crit taken down. Look at Arsenal on the side. There's a lovely vacuum wall as they jump in. Giant spins one around. No-Tail still alive. He's going to live. They've got the Hex onto Arsenal, but No-Tail, he's falling and he's gone. They've lost themselves a second. Na'Vi looking to take this fight definitively. Get the stun onto 2. Now again, look at Arsenal sitting at the sideline. Dendy eats the cheese. They'll find themselves another. There'll be the buyback immediately from Miracle. Moon trying to get himself away, but the impetus flies through. This double kill for Dendy. 4 dead on OG.
I think he buys back into a GG call. That's probably all they have. Not much more. We
Radiant's middle tower is under
We just
attack.
GG, we're doing it. We are going to a game 3. And Na'Vi, I mean, a game as well. I mean, the panel, everyone's going to be laughing at them. Not that they weren't before for their analysis, but they were like, Brood, we've won. We've won. You know, they said Seneko was crying, but, you know, that's...
To be fair, though,
he was laughing inside.
that was some of the weirdest Brood play that I've seen to date. It's
I enjoyed it.
out of the box. Yeah, I'm sure
Nice.
Navi enjoyed it too.
They certainly
They
did.
definitely did.
That was a build that was actually on that Navi's guide, was it the Navigator thing? And the
They
only person
found it
who
in-game.
brought a subscription was No-Tail, and then he
Oh my
read
God.
it. It's like, yes, this is going to be it. But it was a lot of fun. And we're going to game 3.
Yes.
We are going to game